Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time with Frank Leboeuf and Stevie Nicol. Hello, guys. First question. Stevie, are you considering taking yoga classes to help you with the possible frustration with Liverpool again this season?
Well, I tell you what, there's no way. If you saw me in the morning try to get me socks on, then you would completely shove yoga to the side.
Oh, maybe that's why you need.
Because that's not happening.
Maybe that's why you need yoga.
Yeah, but it's too late.
To limber up a little bit.
Late.
Never too late, Stevie.
All right, I'll give it a go then.
Okay, little downward dog.
A little, a what?
Little shabashana for you.
What are you talking about?
Yoga poses? I bet Frank knows a bit of yoga.
Of course he does.
Little cobra pose for you, Frank?
Yes, of course, and I even can put my head down, you know, between my hands and put myself on like a tree, you know, upside down tree, you know. And I did 3 years yoga, and because I had back problems, but I had to do it because I wasn't feeling good, and it helped me like crazy. It's a hard time, but you feel so good after an hour. So I really invite you, my dear Stevie, to start doing yoga.
I actually did that one he was talking about once, but it was the end of a night out. And I wasn't trying to do it.
I'd love to see, I would love to give you a few poses to do.
Oh, God. I would get cramps straight away.
No, we're going to put you to the test. I'm going to make it happen.
Oh, gosh.
Thanks for the question, Oscar.
Good idea, though.
Okay, next one. What is the most impressive aspect from Arsenal's evolution in the attack?
Zolis is very interesting. How to see him being so effective immediately and how he wants to work with the team, not being stuck on the left side. Is what I liked about his way of thinking the football, and he's allowed by Arteta to do so. I don't think he's frustrated, and I like to see back, White, Odegaard, and Saka on the right side, and being as effective as they used to be when they worked together. And last first game, we saw that, and we saw that the percentage of attack that they had from the right side, that's something that's key for them. And so I like the positive aspect of the game offensively that they put on today.
Okay.
Do you know one of the things I like that Arteta's done? You know, when you're the coach, there's a fine line between backing a player and sticking with them too long. You know, and when you sign players, you want them to do well because obviously you want everything that comes along with it. But Arteta, you know, Martinelli a couple of years ago was flying again, scored 14 goals, I think it was. And then the following season, straight away, he didn't sit in his hands. He brought in Trossard. And all of a sudden, Martinelli halfway through the season was out and Trossard was great. And now this year, he's moved Trossard on, who for the first half of the season last year was great. And he's brought in, what was his name again? Solis. And he's actually done a little bit the same on the other side, bringing Madueke in, because you're like, why are you bringing Madueke? You've got Saka. Well, he's like, you know what? I'm going to push this guy, Saka. I'm going to cover him in case we get an injury. I can cover him if he needs a rest. But if he's actually not doing it, then I've got Madueke as well. So I think he's done a great job. You know, Havertz and Gyökeres is another one. I know Havertz got injured last year, but you know, he had Havertz, but he wasn't ready just to turn around and say, okay, everyone's on you. He bought Gyökeres. And so he gave Gyökeres the jersey, and it didn't work out, and he's gone back to Havertz. So, but he's obviously still got the trust of the players. You know, to be able to get that is huge. And especially in today's game, when so many players have got, you know, huge egos, to actually be able to bring them in and out without affecting them or the dressing room. I think that's been impressive from Arteta.
Okay, next question. What does Stevie think of Carrick saying it's ridiculous that Hull away is an easy start to the season? Surely it's as good as it gets to open a season. So obviously Hull were the team that came off through the playoff final. After that it's Ipswich as well, another newly promoted side. And I think today after Arsenal have come up against the newly promoted side in Coventry and had the win that they had, some people have been bringing up Carrick's comments about this.
Well, Carrick's absolutely right. You know, look, clearly you don't want to start the season away at Arsenal or away at Anfield, you know, something like that. But you don't want to start the season away at a team that's just come up. I mean, think about the FA Cup final and multiply it by 10. That's how big a day this is for the team, the fans, just every single thing to do with Hull. That's what Carrick's talking about. That's why it's not easy. And obviously, most teams are not, you know, Arsenal kind of stamped on that today. But generally, most teams, first game of the season, they're not up to speed. They're not at their best yet. They're not at their fittest or the sharpest. And so when you're going to a team like Hull who've just come up, it's, as I said, it's a cup final, multiply it by 10. And that's what he's saying. And I wouldn't want it either. And I didn't want it. And I actually remember, this is how good my memory is, I think it was 1982.
That is a good memory.
And we got Wolves away, who just got promoted. And I can still hear Joe Fagan when we found out, saying, oh, that's the one we didn't want. And I was like, why would you not want that? But now I know, because we went there, guess what? We drew. European champions, won the league the year before, and we got a point at Hull. And they were okay. The coaching staff were okay with that, because they understand what it's like. So I'm with Carrick.
I get it. Okay, Frank, go on, Frank.
I'm sorry, but if I, on top of it, the pressure is huge. You don't want to play, as Stevie said, you don't want to play against Liverpool or Arsenal or even Chelsea away from home, because you know the game is huge and you have to perform well. And you don't want to play against those kind of teams, because everybody, if you lose or draw, we say, oh, what's wrong? Already, something's bad. So you want to play not an average team, but a team that you already know. Like, I think it's good for Chelsea to play against Fulham, it's good for Spurs to play against Brentford away from home, because you always try to find an excuse if you draw or if you lose. But you have no excuses playing away from home against Hull, where I agree with Stevie, it's much more difficult than to play against Fulham or Brentford. So there is no easy path, and you have to go that. But I agree with Michael Carrick. It's hard. It's going to be hard for Manchester United.
What would be a successful season, Frank, for Spurs, especially after all the money they spent this summer?
Well, I predicted I end up with them 6th in the league, because I think they can achieve that. They're not going to be alone, because I didn't put Newcastle or Aston Villa, or I don't forget about Brentford as well last season, what they were capable of doing. But yeah, it's unacceptable when we saw the two last season from Spurs. And with the signing that they got this season, it's even worse. So you cannot even think about finishing 10th for sure, but I think they have to aim the European seats. Otherwise, it's unfair viewing what they were capable of spending and the team that they have. It's impossible for me to finish more than 7th.
Okay, Stevie?
No, I think yes, they've made a lot of signings and they could be good. But again, right now it's again all on paper. But if you're realistic in your Spurs, to go from almost getting relegated to getting into the European spots, that you have to be happy with that.
Frank, last question. How is theatre life going? Any new projects coming up?
Oh yes, it's going great. I was in Southam, France 2 days ago. We were supposed to play, but there were thunder, and when we were playing outside, because you have some festival in the summer, and they were afraid that it would rain or we'll have some thunder, so it's been cancelled. But I'm in the middle of a tour right now. We're going to finish in December, and we will play like 97 times, so it's great. And I'm planning on doing other things in September 2027 and producing 2 other plays, putting some money down to see some young actors to see playing, like my son, for example, and some other people that I like. So everything is going great. I enjoy this new life for me. Well, new life, it's been like 16 years now, but I enjoy that. I enjoy being in front of the audience today on ESPN.
Ah, we need to go and see Frank, don't we?
I've got one for Frank. I've got a question for Frank. It'd be interesting to know what he thinks. So again, I can't speak for Frank, but I know that, so the Liverpool teams I played for, there was a couple of times we were away from home and we got up in the morning and Ronnie Moran come round about 10 o'clock, something like that, and went, right, get your gear, we're going home, game's cancelled. And I know most of the boys were like, yes, right, let's get the beers on the bus. Yes, I'll need to phone home, get the beers on the bus. We'll get back about 4 o'clock. And we'll get straight out, we'll get away to pick me up, and then we'll go out for the night out. And is that what you were thinking the other night when you were supposed to go on stage and it got cancelled? Were you thinking, right,
well,
few bottles of wine?
No, we turned up the night before, you know, because we didn't play for like 2 months because of the summertime in the World Cup, and then because I'm the producer, I dealt like that, and so we're happy to play again, and because it's been 2 months without being on stage, and so we arrived the day before to rehearse, supposedly, and as we land, we've been told that we could go back. So I said, you know what, we stay one night, we went to the restaurant all together, we had some beers, we enjoyed, and we left the morning after, and we're gonna see each other within like 2 or 3 weeks where we're gonna start the tour again. Well, it's, I hear what you say, but because I'm the producer, I'm ready to spend a little bit of money to enjoy a nice dinner and some beers.
Yeah, little different.
Aye.
And not the beers. Glass of Chardonnay.
A glass of Chardonnay, yeah, right.
For Frankie. All right, thank you so much for sending in your questions. Thanks to the guys for answering them. Be sure to be with us this weekend. It's a big weekend. Lots of football coming up. We'll be talking about all of it on ESPN FC.